Okay, we heard what Netanyahu said as regards his Christmas message.
Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister, yeah.
Has come out to say what? Yeah. He said that the buying of Christians, the IGBOS and the Biafrans in Nigeria must end now. He said enough is enough, and the likes of TINUBU and Shetima must do the needful because Christians cannot keep dying in Nigeria. He said this is not possible and this is not right. That's our time they stand up and act now. The persecution and the buying and the intimidation of Christians in Nigeria and the world at large must stop. It's talking to the Fulanis and the Nigerian government. What do you have to say as regards?
Yeah, I have something to say this afternoon until I read about Benjamin Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister outburst on how Christians were killed. An attack during this festive period. 5 Benue Christians were killed by Fulani, herdsmen. And Benjamin Netanyahu, Israeli Prime Minister, is fuming seriously about persecution of Biafran Christians in the southeastern Nigeria, where the herdsmen, which of course are the Islamic extremists, were attacking Christians in Ebonyi State, Enugu State, Anambra State, Imo State, and Abia State. Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, is frowning at persecution of Mazen and the Kanu, the leader of Biafra, sovereignty, which has actually, erupted and become a global issue recently. Benjamin Netanyahu is making his own stance, clear that it is only in Jerusalem that Christians are thriving. Christianity is doing well in Israel, Jerusalem, because of their presence in Israel, that is in Jerusalem. Saying that Israel is going to take serious action against countries that are persecuting Christian faithfuls or Christian believers, especially Nigeria. Benjamin Netanyahu has actually pointed out that Nigeria is bent on persecuting Christians, and the government of the day has refused to own it up. I don't know what to understand. That was when America led, delegates, congressmen were in Nigeria to actually find out what is going on against Christians in Nigeria. And you see how Nigerian government, under the watch of Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Kachima Chetima, turned their back on these congressmen, telling all manners of lies, trying to be deceptive to the American delegates, telling them that nothing like Christian genocide. Even most of the southwestern pastors and some of the dubious politicians like Fani Kayode, Reno Mokre, and so on and so forth, many of them trying to deny Christian genocide themselves, even among them are largely Christian, followers or believers. They said it is not, simply because of selfish gain, political gain, the money that federal government of Nigeria is giving to these liars, especially Reno Omokre, Fani Kayode, and so on and so forth.
But you call them liars, but the ambassador now...
He has given them ambassador because they are working for the government interest. They are working to interest TINUBU administration that has, actually denied the Christian genocide going on across Nigeria. That's why Omokre was busy, doing all manners of shady business deals, narratives against Christian genocide. Omokre is trying to tell the whole world that nothing like Christian genocide, so that the government of the day should at least, give him money. And they have given him money, and they have given him ambassador, award. And if you ask me, I tell you that such incentive should be given to Omokre. All these fake lower Africa countries, is the place Omokre is going to serve as an ambassador. Ask me why. If it could be that they give ambassador award or nomination to Omokre to serve Nigeria in that category in one of the Scandinavian countries, I'm telling you that he will be arrested. Why? He has been, writing wrong narrative against Israel about Gaza conflict when it was obvious that Palestinians allowed the Hamas to train 24 months in Palestine, without telling Israel, their neighbor. And that was how Gaza conflict actually exploded. And Israel started at least bringing down the Palestinians, Hamas, Hezbollah, and all his enemies in the Middle East. What am I trying to say here? We have seen how Israel has frowned their face at what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is going through. Netanyahu is sending his message across to Donald Trump to take it upon himself to make sure that all his military strike will be based on where the Al-Qaeda pitch their tents and their camps in the southeast, in the southwest, in the mid-belt and the corner and even northeast to bring down the Islamist extremists that are waxing strong under this Muslim ticket regime of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm telling you that Benjamin Netanyahu is warning seriously, sending his message across to all the Islamist extremists across the world, in Somalia, in Sudan, in Kenya, in Southern Africa, Nigeria here, Ghana, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, where the Christians have been persecuted. Netanyahu actually said that Christians are only doing well in Israel. In the state of Israel, where the Christianity is thriving well on earth right away. Netanyahu said that they are aware that all their Christian brothers across the world, across Africa, especially southeastern Nigeria, where he of course knows that Biafrans are largely Christians, all of them, that is aware of what Biafrans are going through, especially the leader of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, who has been, illegitimately incarcerated by the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a terrorist. And America has refuted it, that claim. EU, European Union, has refuted that claim that Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist, nor Biafra sovereignty, a country that is springing up right now, a terrorist country. America refuted it, Canada refuted it, Israel refuted it, the entire Europe refuted it, that Biafra nation is not a terrorist. And Benjamin Netanyahu is the Prime Minister of Israel that is frowning at the kind of treatment the IGBOS, the Biafrans, Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of Igbo, is receiving in Nigeria recently, where he was illegally, under a law that does not exist, sent to life jail by James Omotocho-led courts of injustice, not justice. Omotocho, show me the law. I myself, Ralph Tresvant, I am the man analyzing this time. I want you to write across to me. Share from my YouTube channel. Write it on the comment section where the law under which you jailed Nnamdi Kanu is gazetted in Nigerian Constitution. That law is illegal. That law is from Executive Department. That law is a law that all of a sudden springs up from organ of government, executive, yeah, where Tinubu is the chairperson. I'm telling you, it's a law that is not ever mentioned in Nigerian Constitution. Kanu is being prosecuted because he's a Christian. Kanu is jailed because he's an Igbo man. An Igbo man in Nigeria is enjoying all manner of cruel, injustice, and bloody laws that don't exist in Nigerian Constitution. They are just bending laws to punish Igbo man, to bring Igbo man to justice for nothing's sake. And look at how the young man was crying and crying in the court, and the whole world, Al Jazeera, CNN, Arise News, BBC, Fox, everybody was watching how Kanu was enumerating one chapter Nigerian Constitution that he has never ever contravened. And he actually asked James Omotocho to indicate on the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria where he, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, violated the law. And this law in question is a law that is an abstract, meaning a law that has never ever been felt, materialized, or even recognized on Nigerian Constitution. It's a law, invisible law, a law that all of a sudden begin to exist, so that Igbo man existentialism is put under threat. And that was how they thrown that young man into jail. Kanu is passing through cruelty, animosity, hostilities, and wickedness of Nigerian states, gingered, fueled by the Fulani, Janjaweeds, and Yoruba Arabs. I'm telling you that Tinubu has not seen it right that Nnamdi Kanu is going through what Obafemi Awolowo actually went through 1956, 57, 58, 59, 60, 67, until he was jailed, I think in 1959, thrown into jail in the north. And Nnamdi Azikiwe, in conjunction with M.I. Okpara, said no, Awolowo will not serve jail in the north, lest the Fulani Janjaweed spy him. They don't want him killed. That's why they ferried him into southeastern Nigeria, where he was serving in Calabar prison until the Civil War, when Chukwuemeka Duim Odumego Chukwu, Mborogudika one of Igbo land, actually set Awolowo free, brought him to Lagos State, southwestern Nigeria, to actually announce the Republic of Oduduwa emancipation. Awolowo actually fizzled out as a result of whom they are. He now accepted the post of Minister of Finance and turned his back on the declaration of Oduduwa. That was how Nigerian-Biafran war lasted for good 6 months. At the end of the day, it was declared no vanquish, no conqueror. Let us reintegrate. Let us allow these people, compensate them, and become a country of our own. And today, there was no reconciliation, no reintegration, no inclusion. They are running a government of exclusion of the IGBOS, southeastern region of Nigeria, in the current Nigerian contraption. I'm telling you that Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of State of Israel, is frowning his face of what? No reason why, but what the Igbos, the Igbo Christians, Benue Christians, Kogi Christians, the Christians in the middle belt of Nigeria are going through as a result of attack from Fulani herdsmen who incessantly attack, kill, and maim in Benue State, Kogi State, Anambra State, Imo State, Ebonyi State. In fact, across the entire southwestern states. The Fulani Juganos, Janjaweeds, are the one fueling the attack of Fulani herders. Just look at today, being 25th, and yesterday being 24th, December. A big bang was heard in Maiduguri, the capital city of Borno State. It was a suicide attacker. Islamists, might be Al-Qaeda, might be Al-Shabaab, it might be ISWAP, exploded bomb at the Watchpin Center in Maiduguri, and many people gave up the ghost. Imagine Nigeria becoming a terrorist state. Nigeria is now a terrorist country. A whole Christmas celebration bomb exploded.
But they are Muslims.
I don't care whether they are Muslims or not. Is it not our festival? How could the Muslim come and change Christian celebration with blood? It is unquestionable. It is injustice of highest order. It is part of the religious bigotry going on in Nigeria. The Muslims in Nigeria believe that actually they are the anointed one. They have gotten it wrong. The Muslim pigs in Nigeria keep on polluting and destroying Christmas celebration by shedding blood during this sober reflection period. It is wrong. Israel is in conjunction coming to Nigeria to operate, militarily to bring down the terrorists going on rampage across Nigeria.
Okay, thank you for listening today. Don't forget to always watch, like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel for updated news like this. Just like what you've heard, for more information and updated news across Nigeria and the globe. Always remember to share, like, watch, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Share this video to your family and friends for more information.